I'll take that because look where women's basketball is. People are talking about women's basketball that you never would think that we'd be talking about women's basketball. People are pulling up to games. We got celebrities coming to games, sold out arenas, like just because of one single game. And just looking at that, like, I'll take that role. I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll continue to take that on and be that for my teammates. And if I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history, I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me, too, and I want y'all to realize.
I don't need anyone to tell me I'm great. Angel Reese famously said, "I already know that I am." Well, someone should have told her fans the same thing. Because when she showed up for her much-anticipated debut game, she found nothing. Not even a janitor's wave, no excitement, no applause. Yes, the stands were as deserted as a gym on the first day of classes. But this is the worst part. Instead of letting the atmosphere of the ghost town ruin her, Angel Reese managed to turn this awkward situation around. Silence into a magnificent occasion after that. What did she do? You won't accept it.
Okay. So, people are watching, not just because of one person. All right, but they're watching because of me too. Me too. They're playing at LSU. There are people right now, her fans. You know what? Her social media.
Being her, according to Angel Reese, means going to your first professional game to play hide and seek with an audience that is not present. You can tell it's bad when popcorn vendors start questioning their life choices in the middle of a game. The arena was so empty that you could have used it for a meditation retreat. Quiet, peaceful, and free of all interruptions. Mainly because no one showed enough interest to go.
Great to be here with you guys today. Angel Reese, girl, you're my angel. You're my darling. Folks, the Chicago Sky Game 1 of the preseason was underway last night. Angel Reese looked pretty good, but we're going to get into that momentarily. On the negative side, Angel Reese fans, LSU fans, all of you who tell us, oh my God, what a big superstar.
Meanwhile, throughout the basketball multiverse, Caitlin Clark is casually breaking records for ticket sales, trending as if she were the remedy for boredom, and she's basically being handled like the basketball version of Taylor Swift's Eras Tour. Every seat was taken, fans were shouting her name, and cameras were recording faster than. Angel Reese is patient when Caitlin's name is brought up.
So I think it's time to finally, end the argument. End the argument that there is any sort of other needle mover that is even remotely close to Caitlin Clark in the WNBA. And again, the reason why we have got we've got Hailey Van Lith up is because it was Hailey Van Lith's return as well as Angel Reese's return. Angel was not the only person. They had two players returning. However, right now in Carver, there are no tickets left for under $200.
To be honest, Reese probably expected a red carpet, fireworks, and a standing ovation for just existing. But no, she was met with the sound of a tumbleweed rolling across hardwood floors. The uncomfortable silence that only happens when someone says, "Trust me, I'm a big deal." No one cheers after that.
Twitter fingers turn to can't even show up and buy ticket fingers. Angel Reese, going home to her alma mater, LSU, plays against the Brazilian national team in front of 6,373.
To be fair, Angel has never been very subtle about his confidence. She has behaved as if the courts are her property. She puffed her chest as though she had made rebounds and dismissed critics like mosquitoes. But suddenly, all that big talk felt a little echoey when it was revealed that only a few reporters were looking at there. While using a phone, one security guard finds it difficult to fall asleep.
I've tried to tell you guys, you heard me say it on this channel. A lot of Angel Reese fans are not basketball fans, and they are proving it. They proved it last night without a shadow of a doubt. That was one of the most embarrassing things I've ever seen. You might be like, well, Rhodes, what was so embarrassing?
The best part, as Angel looked around the stands for her fans as though she had misplaced them, Caitlin Clark was making a casual debut in front of a sold-out crowd. Not just full, but bursting, packed as tightly as a clown car. Within a circus, the demand for tickets is comparable to that of a Beyoncé concert or the Last Cronut in New York. Did you feel it down by Caitlin? Please, please, please. Highlights from the girls' mixtapes were devoured by the audience, including, they had been fasting since March Madness. Let's just say, though, that Angel's performance didn't exactly merit an appointment. It's more like a grainy live stream with buffering issues and a comment section full of bots. But don't worry, the empty stands didn't ruin the atmosphere because of her humility. No, the media, social media, and probably her Uber driver caused her to lose it.
I don't want to hear ever again anyone ever tell me that there's anyone that's like Caitlin Clark in the WNBA. I don't ever want to hear it again. Nobody. There is nobody like her. I'm not glazing her. I'm telling the truth.
Because when in doubt, the system ought to be held accountable. Isn't that correct? She implied that because the world was just unfair, people should have come. That all of this was part of a grand Aunt Reese conspiracy. Not merely the potential. Maybe Caitlin deserved to be the center of attention. Let's not pretend that college basketball wasn't dragged by Caitlin Clark. By herself into prime time. She wasn't just having fun. She was making history. After every game, sports analysts started using terms like generational and alien in response to no-look passes, logo threes, and court vision without irony. Rather than seeking attention, she demanded it. Meanwhile, Angel Reese was busy trying to copyright her own perspective. If Caitlin was focused on changing basketball history, Angel was trying to copyright. The drama, rolling eyes, finger waves, and post-game shade were all delivered with the elegance of a Twitter subtweet. Starting in 2012.
They won. They're getting that attention now. And I told you before that they'll have it sort of be like a reality TV. And that's what they're starting to give us. And we're paying attention. We're all tuned in. They're getting more attention than they've ever gotten before. And a part of it is Angel Reese. We cannot deny that. She was a part of it. Is she the part of it? No, that's Caitlin. Caitlin is the person who's the main factor. She's the top of the show. She's what everybody came to see. So
her fans, or what's left of them, immediately began making up the story. Of course, they stole from her. It was the schedule. That's because she's too real for the league. That's it, indeed, due to the fact that professional sports have such a long history of punishing confident women who are also skilled players. Newsflash, there is no punishment for Angel Reese. She has been living off of one viral moment as though it were a prize for her lifetime accomplishments. The difference between her and both on the scoreboard and in the energy, Caitlin is there. When Caitlin gets there, she stops talking and walks away. Angel shows up, shows haughtiness before growing agitated when no one cheers. When it comes to irritation, she did a great job. After the game on prom night, she looked like she had just woken up, pouting, brooding, and probably checking Instagram. As though it owed her an apology. Her "I'm still that girl" speech had a different effect when it was only heard by journalists. I hope the parking lot remained accessible.
They'll talk about how much they're fans of Angel Reese, but they won't actually put in effort to show how much they're fans of Angel Reese. They won't put their money where their mouth is, a running theme with the...
How embarrassing! How embarrassing! Now, you're not going to hear this from the mainstream media who continues to pretend that the Bayou Barbie is beloved. You're not going to hear this from the media who continues to pretend that Angel Reese is a huge star. The Bayou Barbie might be beloved by some. Angel Reese might even be a huge star. But like I have been telling you guys for 2 years, there's one thing that Angel Reese is not. Angel Reese is not a draw.
But let's take a step back and look at the game itself. IT was her first professional game. You would think she would pursue it, like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Maybe lock-in and hustle will prove the critics wrong? No. Instead, it was like watching someone play a pickup game after 3 hours of sleep and a slight hangover. To put it simply, the stat line wasn't exactly a game changer. Conversely, Caitlyn entered with the assurance of someone who recognized the importance of the event and performed well. Leadership, deft passes, and deep threes, the kind of debut that consistently makes supporters exclaim, "Take my money." When Angel made his debut, people asked, "Wait, was that today?" You can almost see her scrolling through news feeds. Angel Reese steals the show, even though Caitlin Clark is the focus of every headline. Nope, nothing at all. All she did was steal her own thunder. Since the experts deal with numbers, let's talk about them. Are all about, right?
If you had any questions or any doubts as to who Caitlin Clark was, you hopefully had them answered today. If you watched,
Record-breaking attendance for Caitlin Clark, the highest viewership, soaring jersey orders, and record ticket sales. A preseason game. People, this is a preseason game. Angel Reese, her jersey is probably still available in every size. And they may give you a second foam finger for free if you buy one. But Angel's energy hasn't changed. She still acts as if her crown was stolen by an invisible hand of injustice. Hi there, girl. When you dropped it and nobody took it, Caitlyn picked it up, waved to the crowd, and drained a three. The forthcoming season is anticipated to be one long Caitlin Clark highlight reel, with Angel Reese making infrequent appearances as an unnoticed side story. Asked for. Look, Angel is angry again. She tweeted something enigmatic. My goodness, she's acting dramatic once more, oh no. Interview in which she talks about haters as though she were giving resentful influencers a motivational workshop. Actually, this league doesn't need drama. IT calls for athletes and hoopers who have different perspectives on controversy. Something as recognizable. Thus far, Caitlyn is teaching a masterclass and staying focused while Angel is out here trying out. For a reality show that isn't very popular.
Basketball, but for Caitlin Clark to be as popular as she is, it's just kind of extraordinary. I mean, it's cut through the noise to an extent that I've never seen anything in women's college basketball.
But also, I think that people understandably have a fascination with extreme excellence. I've never watched women's college basketball before. I might watch Caitlin Clark, though. Extreme excellence has its own appeal.
It's like watching someone lose a race and then demand a rematch because Mercury was competing and their shoelace almost came loose. Retrograde. Caitlyn didn't ask for the spotlight. She was deserving of it. Angel is always asking for the spotlight. And then, while standing in the shade, feigns shock upon discovering that it is solar-powered. Can we also talk about how Caitlyn didn't go crazy when she didn't get the big college honors? She just nodded, smiled, and went back for the next game. Dropping 40. Angel keeps talking about the previous season as though it were the year they didn't clap loud, the title of her memoir. Enough that it's getting boring, to be honest. Every press conference with Angel Reese feels like a dramatic TED Talk these days. Talk about the causes of her mistreatment. It's the basketball equivalent of why I deserve a standing ovation. For breathing, meanwhile, Caitlyn is working as hard as if she were allergic to drama and addicted to WS. It's clear that one is leaving a legacy while the other is holding grudges. Look, there's a lot of potential in Angel Reese. There are talents hidden beneath the layers of performance art and misplaced confidence. But greatness doesn't just happen. Because you say you're great, you have to work for IT in front of big or small crowds every night. And sometimes prepare. Even in the absence of others,